These are the directions for the curating assignment in FA 200. For the curating assignment, after reading about Paul R. Jones and his art collection, you had a lecture by Professor Lucy Curzon outlining the motivations and principles behind Paul Jones's collecting practices and his instructions for how his donated collection should be used by the University of Alabama. Dr. Curzon used his example to discuss how a curator plans, conceives of, and puts on a show of selected artworks with a message, intention, and aesthetic guiding the act of curating. Your job in this assignment is to give curating a try. The instructions for the assignment are as follows. Look closely at all the 4 works on the next slides from the Paul R. Jones collection of American art. They are by Ellison, Owens, Smith, and Murray Smith. And then select the 3 of them that you feel would work in a show, expressing a certain idea or theme, showcasing certain types of artwork or a certain aesthetic, and/or highlighting a group of artists or voices that you feel should be heard. Next, create a list of your 3 chosen artworks and a title for the show. Finally, write a paragraph of at least 250 words that gives a rationale for excluding one of the artworks and grouping together the other 3. You must write in complete sentences. In your paragraph, you can attend to the following questions. Why did you select these 3 artworks? Why did you exclude the 4th artwork? What do you hope to say with your show, and why didn't the 4th piece fit? Finally, how would you arrange the artworks in a gallery space to convey your ideas? Please note, you cannot use just any artwork in the Paul Jones collection. You can only use the 4 works here by Ellison, Owens, Smith, and Murray Smith for the assignment. If you write about different works in the Paul Jones collection, you will be off topic and you will receive a 0 for the assignment. I will now proceed through the slides of the 4 works and give you some time to examine them closely. First, Michael Ellison's The Mall from 1987. It's a linocut print. The description says, it's a block print in primary colors of women and children shopping. In the foreground, there's a woman with a turban, earrings, and high-heeled shoes. The artist uses primary colors with dark values. I will give you a moment to examine The Mall. Second is Joyce Owens's Revealed Truths and Myths No. 2 from 2006, which is acrylic on canvas. The description for this painting is a formal portraiture of a woman in Renaissance costume and hairstyle. Torso and hair are Caucasian, white, while the face's skin tone past the hairline is African or darker brown in color with tribal ornamentation. I'll give you a few moments to examine this work closely. Third, Cedric Smith's The Sugar from 2004, which is acrylic and paper on plywood. The description reads, photograph of Sugar Ray Leonard, boxing with newspaper headline. The artifact is in the shape of a medallion of the champion's belt. Again, I will give you a few moments to examine this work closely. Finally, Murray Smith's World Jazz Quartet from 1985. It is a photographic print with paint. Description. Photograph of a quartet of jazz musicians with paint smudged and smeared, obscuring most of the image except the performers' faces and instruments. Again, I will give you a few moments to examine it more closely. These are the 4 images.